Hey guys, so welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm actually officially announcing my retirement from 1v1.lol. I know this is very sudden, but honestly, it's just been a long time coming. Um, yesterday was kind of like the nail in the coffin for me, especially with the, giving other creator skins, and then calling them creator skins, even though they are not creators for the game. That was just kind of the final nail in the coffin. That wasn't like the only reason. There's so many reasons that I'm going to explain in this video. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop a like and sub. Here's today's YouTube comment shout out. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to be kind of explaining what really broke the camel's back for me. I was thinking about just like going over like a summary of like my whole time here, but I mean that was already covered in Glover's documentary pretty much. He only missed like one or two things, and it was like me starting up a team and then running EGCS in its early days and how successful EGCS was. It honestly really was. Like when we hosted our first EGCS, I had like a total revenue of like $4,000 in the same month. I was like extremely ecstatic because that was all extra money on top of the work that I was already doing. So I was feeling really cloud nine on that month. But yeah, honestly, he covered most of everything besides that. So I'm just gonna be telling you guys like what really like killed the game for me. So I'm gonna give you guys like a timeline. So starting back in 2021, my first like reaction to the community was I joined a clan, and they actually turned out to be a bunch of scammers. So that's kind of how I knew from the start that the community was a little weird, especially since it was all kids and stuff like that. I had played Fortnite before that, so I kind of knew like how toxic some kids can be and how weird they can be and stuff like that as a whole. So I just kind of translated that to there and just kind of ignored them. I didn't really talk to them, anything like that. Back in the day, I never really messaged anybody actually. I only started messaging people more recently because it was better for tournaments and stuff like that, better for collaborations and partnerships and stuff like that. So that's why I started being more vocal about it, and that's how I even started my YouTube channel later on. But my first initial reaction was this community is definitely a little toxic, and then over time it just started getting worse and worse. And then chapter 2, they had that massive break in 2022 where they just straight up did not update the game or give us any updates or anything like that. And during this entire time, you guys also have to realize too that the creators were begging for something. Like the entire time, like we would get like a creator cup or something like that. Like people have been asking even before I was even there for something like that, because Westrum was running events, but the actual 1v1.lol server was not running events. It's pretty much just Westrum carrying it, so they just wanted something to happen, and me and myself included at the time. Like I would say I was either number 1 or number 2 on streaming on Twitch, at least. Obviously not on YouTube because Westrum and them were there, but over on Twitch we were in top 3 for streaming at the time. We were averaging a lot of viewers, I was getting a lot of revenue, and it just, it didn't make any sense to me that they weren't feeding any of their creators anything, not even information about anything new coming on the way so we could get reassured, anything like that during this entire time. And then when they released chapter 2 months and months later, it wasn't even released onto all platforms until months after that. And then after they released it on all platforms, the damage was already kind of done. A lot of people left, and it kind of killed it for me, especially because a lot of people that I used to play with and had a good time with, and all the OGs that I started out with, they were all leaving, and it was just taking the fun out of the game. And then heading into 2023, I mean, the majority of people that are from 2023 are still here for the most part. But a lot of pros did quit later into the year after the esports didn't do so well. I mean, it still did great for what it was. Like it was still something brand new and newly ran, so you couldn't really blame them for not having that successful of a season. But overall, it still was decent. They still handed out the prizes. They followed through on what they promised. So, I'd say it was a success overall. But also that killed a lot of comp players. Like a lot of comp players wanted to leave the game. They didn't want to play it anymore because they thought comp was going in the wrong direction. So then, I was thinking about swooping in and taking esports and stuff like that. Then I had personal issues that I was going through, personal/family issues at the time. So I had to back out from running esports myself. And that also was kind of like a little turning point for me because I had a lot of stuff I was dealing with, so I couldn't really do a whole lot at the time. I was still uploading like daily though, so I was also like super busy at the time. like trying my absolute best to balance everything. It was just really hard to balance everything. And then heading into like January, I started up EGCS, and then EGCS ran terribly because of all the cheaters. They were running rampant everywhere, and it just didn't make any sense to give out hundreds of dollars for people to steal it, because they were practically just going on alt accounts when they got banned from cheating and stuff like that, and trying to take the cash that I hard earned and was given out to you guys. I was just trying to give out money to the community. It's all my tournaments I've ever been, so it could be for the community, and you know, obviously it does help my socials, so that's a nice perk, but it was mainly for you guys in general, mainly because I had fun hosting and stuff like that. I don't commentate like I used to back in the day, but you know, I still had fun watching, and then more recently playing a lot more. And you know, the creators crew thing was also like a really, like, that took like a huge toll on me, I'd say, because it just showed that the developers were really out of touch with what they were doing for the creators. Like, you don't come back years later and tell them, okay, this is what you're gonna do in order to get promotion from us. Like, no. At this point, it should be us coming up with the terms and agreements there, because you know, we've been ignored for years and years, and all of a sudden you guys want to come back and ask us for free content for your channel to make money off of. So you know, for me, that was honestly a big blow as well. And then just yesterday with the Clicks event, I got promised his own skin and everything. It pissed me off to no end. You guys can see my reaction in that live stream video. I just really, you know, it was really like the nail in the coffin, because it just made me so mad that we got laughed at when we asked for creator skins in the creators crew, and we got told you can't even do it unless you're 18 plus. And then they go give it to other creators. You know, there's other creators that are over 18 that are already here, you know what I mean? It just didn't make any sense to me, and they still haven't even reached out or anything like that talking about any type of creator skin of anything. And it's not even just for me. It's not even, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, he's just jealous. No, this is just a giant culmination of things, and this is just kind of the thing that was like, okay, well, it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting anything anytime soon. Like, they're giving out stuff to other people before they give it out to their own people that play their game. So it just didn't make any sense to me at this point to even stay. Obviously, if things do improve, I can see myself coming back, you know, retiring. People unretire all the damn time. I mean, shit, Tom Brady's talking about unretiring to go back to the NFL years later. I don't know if you guys even heard about that, completely off topic, but yeah, that might possibly be happening. But outside of that, you know, you never know. I could come back. Like, if things improve, they start handing out creator skins, they start, you know, giving more creator support, community support, not even just creator support, just community support in general. They started with the regular updates, so I guess that's a good thing going for them, but also the updates aren't all that great, and the challenges are kind of ass now, and they're rinse and repeat. They also made the crossplay, or they got rid of crossplay, sorry. So now it's just all bots for PC lobbies, because we don't have enough people playing just PC for queues to even last like that. It's only 1v1 class that really gets queues. Showdown's just dead and full of bots. There's no content there. Just as a whole, content creators, it's just not going to be good. The way I see it, at least, it's just not going to be good in the long run, and I really hope that a lot of people understand that they really shouldn't stay here too long unless they're willing to stick it out for a longer period of time, because I just don't think anything's going to happen over the summer. And especially with me leaving, competitive's kind of in shambles. The only Infinity is running cups at this point, and one of their main hosters just quit the game, so he's not going to be hosting for the server anymore. And also Celestial hasn't really hosted that much. A lot of comp servers are just kind of going AFK, or the comp servers that are still hosting, they're just not getting enough people, so they just don't see a point in continuing at this point. So there's just so many factors right now, and it's just not a great thing for competitive as a whole, not a good thing for the game as a whole. A lot of creators are leaving and stuff like that. Even the newer creators that were up and coming, they're even considering leaving because they just don't like the first impression of what they got. And I don't blame them, really, to be honest with you. Now, what does this mean for my channel? So my channel is going to be moving on to Fortnite. We're going to be kind of doing like what we did for .lol, but for Fortnite instead. and kind of translating the content in that direction, doing competitive. I don't think hosting yet. I was thinking about doing like customs because I do have a creator code in the game. I was thinking about doing customs at some point, but I'm not exactly sure if I want to or not, so we will have to see about that. But as far as other games go, you know, X Defiant, it should be dropping during the summertime most likely. Multiverses drops next month, so I'll be playing that a lot. I was really good at it when it was out originally, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe some Call of Duty, Apex, Overwatch. I'm just gonna mix it up a lot more. And then during the hours where I usually didn't stream, I'm going to be using those hours, or like when I would host like .lol cups, I'm going to use those hours to stream now. So I will be streaming a lot more often. The main reason why I didn't stream a lot during cups during the week especially was mainly because it was just really difficult to handle registration, signups, dealing with DMs and stuff like that about tournaments, and also paying attention to my streams at the same time. It just felt like I wasn't really interacting with chat, so it just felt unfair. So I stopped going live on weekdays really, so I could focus on the cups and the quality of them. But now that I don't have to worry about all the extra stuff on the side, I can just stream and do whatever the hell I want. So anyways, boys, yeah, this is me officially retiring from .lol. You guys might see an upload or two because I still have some leftover content for sure. But outside of that, that's pretty much it, guys. You know, I do apologize for all the people who, you know, regularly watch me just for .lol. We're still going to be doing Fortnite content, so I guess it's the next closest thing to it. So if you guys want to stick around, I don't know, I might lose subs over this. We will definitely lose some views over this. But at the same time, I want to do what makes me happy. I just don't want to play a game that is extremely just annoying to deal with all the time. And a lot of people and all the people, oh, you're too old for the game, but they still say absolutely nothing to all the other adults in the game. Especially the ones that are actually older than myself. They never really said shit. So, you know, at this point, I guess you guys got what you wanted. Your boy is leaving. And maybe one day we will return. Never know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys later.